All right, everybody, welcome to the week. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Let's see where we're going this week. As we're moving into the energy of August, we are in now Lionsgate. That started on the 26th and goes all the way until 18th or 19th of August. So you're going to be feeling that energy all through that time, with the peak of it on 8/8. I will be doing some special readings around that. I'm finishing up the August readings. Very interesting readings, really loud energy. And it's likely because of that Mars Jupiter conjunction that's going to be showing up in the middle of August. And so let's see where we're going this week in my astrology group. I'm going to look at the eclipses for this fall. We're going to talk about eclipses, what they mean, how they activate your birth chart. Mars and Jupiter, the conjunction I was just talking about, is going to be in Gemini. So if you've got a lot of energy in Gemini, the Gemini part of your chart, that might be of interest to you. We'll talk about all of those things this week in the astrology group. And in Pathfinders, in our intuition section, I am going to be talking about differentiating your energy from other people. That is something that I think trips up a lot of people. So I want to help you understand when something is yours and when something is not yours. All right, so that's all happening this week. So let's get to the reading. Relief. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Karmic path. Oh my goodness. Nature, spirits. Okay. And the divine feminine. So a lot of you could really benefit from doing more out in nature. In the Northern Hemisphere, it is summertime. There's a lot of time spent outside. Right here, Maine is very beautiful in the summertime. We are extremely blessed to have such beautiful nature all around us. And I am definitely speaking for myself, but I'm not the only one who's been talking about that this week. So just a lighter, brighter energy. And I want to say that there is something here for us regarding the karmic path, regarding what our contracts are as it relates to what we're saying and what we're not saying. Are you not saying some things out loud? Or are people saying some things to you that you're like, that was kind of rude, or that was kind of strange? There's something here about communication that could just be kind of boiling out of nowhere, some things coming out of nowhere, or silence is coming out of nowhere too, where people are just like, okay, I'm just not going to talk at all because I just feel like I don't know how to communicate all of the energy I'm feeling. So if you're having that experience, I just get the sensation that divine feminine is really feeling the need to, I'm going to use this word, but escape to nature. Been a lot of energy around the divine feminine, very powerful energy. And as we move toward that Mars Jupiter conjunction in the middle of August, it's sort of like this roar. I'm getting the imagery of the strength card. The feminine energy is roaring right now. So I'm really feeling that. And you might need to recuperate a little bit. So nature is going to be your best friend. Wow. 4 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Justice card, the 9 of Wands, and the Hermit card. It's almost like a what's it all about feeling. Okay. So some of you are reflecting on relationships that you are in a pause. You might be in a pause with a relationship right now. Some of you are on the cusp of reconnecting with a potential long-term partner. Could be a twin flame or someone along those lines, someone super powerful in your life, okay, regardless of what label you want to put on it. And I feel like things are balancing out. Like there's some kind of silence here that is required, some kind of time off that is required so you can really get a sense of yourself. The feminine is very powerful right now. And I just get the feeling, because the feminine is all about receiving information too, right? It's not just about Mars and Jupiter, about communicating in a big, powerful way. But when I do communicate, I want to communicate in such a way that has real impact. Okay. I don't just want to be like words, okay, or emotion. I want to have that sort of in a it's almost like a tight ball of organization, very Gemini energy. And I want to really have my ducks in a row. I don't want to just say something to say something. I don't want to just blurt. I'm going to, look at what all the things that have happened and really get my thoughts together. Get my thoughts together because I do want an outcome that's positive. I want something that is happy and joyful. I don't just want to release this karmic or kinetic energy almost. I don't just want to like, ha, here you go, and like dump it in your lap. I want there to be a progression. I want there to be some kind of positive outcome here. So it's not that people aren't going to say what they feel, because I feel like they will, or you say what you feel, but there's more of a strategic element to it. I'm going to say something in a certain way that I know you can hear, that's going to bring some kind of collaboration together. And when we have Mars and Jupiter in conjunction, Mars is really the activating force. Jupiter is about expansion. So that can get out of hand very quickly. Gemini is kind of reining this in. Gemini is saying, there are two ways this could go. There are two ways this could go. Like, what do you want to be the outcome? And you have the power to then communicate very effectively, because Jupiter is about luck. Jupiter is all about good fortune. Jupiter has the capability of, making things expand in a positive way. It's a benefic planet, and Mars is a malefic planet. So Mars without the Jupiter is going to be random and forceful, okay, and not productive. But with Jupiter there, even though it's an expander, Jupiter like wraps it in this lucky kind of energy. Emperor showing up. There's Mars. Eight of Swords. Wow. Empress. So there might have been no communication between the two of you if we are talking about a relationship here. Some of you, this is distinctly twin flame. It's not for everybody that this is twin flame, but I have the divine feminine here. I have nature spirits, which does align for me with Gaia and Venus energy. And this masculine is that the Mars piece of this. So there's definitely some communication that needs to be expressed. Okay, we are in Leo time. That's the time of expression. The Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. I feel like some of you are going to get an apology, which may disarm you. Okay, that may be something that you didn't expect. If you expect communication between you and this person, there's a sense of real rumination, real waiting for the right words. I don't want to damage this relationship. I want to express myself authentically, but I also don't want to, shoot from the hip. I don't want it to be, to the outcome to be something that is unpleasant. I feel like there wants to be a pleasant outcome here with that 4 and the 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Lovers, 7 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So there's a beautiful kind of energetic experience here. This is feminine energy with the cup, and this is masculine energy with the wand. So it's almost like backing down from the level of power that you could use, the level of force that you could use, Emperor, the level of roar, right? We are in the divine feminine power time, backing it down into something more relatable. If two super powerful people are going at each other, it's like neither one's listening. But the Page of Cups, this may not be from the divine feminine. This is likely coming in from a person, whoever you're thinking about with this reading. And I feel like they're delivering some kind of apology, that they do want things to move forward, right? This is an 8 card. That's an 8 card. So 8-8 here, like we've been stuck in this thinking place without really expressing our feelings. We're not really expressing our feelings very well. And that may be the what that person says to you. Like, I'm not really expressing myself very well these days. And I'm really wanting to look to the future. I'm wanting to create a path that is more harmonious. There's just a very beautiful energy here of the karmic path that you're walking doesn't have to be like it's been. Okay? Doesn't have to be like it's been, whatever that means to you. That if it's been silences or fighting or whatever, like a out of control kind of feeling. Like, okay, where are we going with this? Or this is not really what I had intended, or something like that. Now this feels, even though there's like a, I don't know where we're going with this, I know how I want to feel. Page of Cups and the Empress there. And so now we have this Queen of Swords and the Page of Wands. So there can be, that's masculine energy of like clear thinking, excitement, passion. The Lover's card is here. We can make a choice. We can make a choice here. So talk to me about this 8 of Cups, Queen of Swords, looking to the future, going toward the future. 4 of Swords, the World, the Moon. Oh, wow, yes, and the 2 of Swords. There's a new moon in Leo happening on the 4th of August. There's also a Mercury in retrograde. There's also a Mercury in retrograde happening very quickly. So within a week from now, we're going to be in Mercury retrograde. We're in a shadow period, and the shadow period can be maybe up in the head thinking so much about what I want to say or how I want to communicate, that when we get to that place of conversation, this person's coming from a distance to see you. This person might be driving or walking or like it's a journey for them to get to you, but there's some things to say. And I feel like by the time we get to this new moon in Leo, you know, we are stepping right now into the beginning of a new world. We're going towards something different. The energy in the universe is different right now. The energy in the world is different right now. There's just this sense of power and excitement and electric energy. And I just am feeling that there's just a feeling better. There's a feeling lighter. There's a feeling more clear. This Queen of Swords, even though we have this 7 of Cups down here, and it's coming because there's been so much time spent on both sides internally processing. A lot of internal processing has gone on between you and this person, or between you and anybody that you have something to say to. There's been a lot of thinking. Okay, and the 7 of Cups is like, okay, I'm thinking and you're thinking, but now there's communication. So where do we want to take this? It's like the world is our oyster here. 7 of Cups. Tower. 5 of Cups. Magician. And the 10 of Wands. All right. So there's some things. There's some things that need to be brought up. Okay, this is not going to be one of those times when you can just kind of be like, someone comes, I'm sorry. And you're like, okay, it's fine. Let's just move forward. It's not going to be that, because there's this feminine power that says, I want to, divine feminine, I want to move forward in a very nurturing way, but I am also not going to sweep things under the rug. Not going to do that, because I feel like that's what's gotten us in this problem, is that we've been like, okay, with all of the things, you know, there's some things that we have just accepted. And I think all of that, because justice is here, all of that has to get brought up again. And you may feel, or this other person may feel like you're relitigating the past a little bit. But there's some hurt feelings. All right. There's some hurt feelings, and there's also some feeling of from one of you, maybe you, divine feminine, that you pulled your, what do I want to say this? You did all the work. Like you pulled more than your share of the load. And there's a sense that, okay, I need to rebalance this. Okay. I need to rebalance whatever we're doing going forward. I need to not have these things pop out. If we're going to get, in many ways, this feels like a reconciliation. You are reconciling with somebody here because they are on your karmic path. So for some of you, this could be family. Some of you, this could be a twin flame. Definitely a soulmate energy here, whoever that is. And there's like a, hey, okay, we need to start this new chapter on a new path. And the new moon in Leo is perfect because it's about creativity, and it's about creative self-expression. It's about how are we going to now, what's the new platform? What's the new way of talking to each other? What's the new way of not just talking to each other, the new way of doing things? This is going to be a whole new kind of world. This kind of person coming back from the past after a long silence. And you are in many ways relitigating the past, but to put some things to bed that were kind of stuck in your craw and in theirs as well. Transformation, battle of the head versus the heart. Soulmate, clearing core wounds. Oh my, yes. Remember your identity. You can do it. Trust, ask, listen, allow. So this is about, now this can be a masculine, feminine thing where, you know, we're not just going to move forward from a place of unevenness. We're moving forward from a place of evenness. And so all of the things that made us uneven, meaning you may have done something to me and I never really forgave you. So there's a negative in your column, right? Like that I use every chance I get, or whenever we get into an argument, that's my card. That's the card I play. So there needs to be a rebalancing. There needs to be a getting back to basics, a getting back to the beginning here. And some of you have a lot of what's the word? Complaints. I don't know. Complaint seems kind of light. This is like an unequal Cold War. And the power needs to be balanced now. The balance of power needs to, in many ways, elevate the divine feminine. The divine feminine is elevating in her own right, and that might be the upsetting part to the divine masculine. There may be an imbalance here that just needs recalibration. Okay, so this person is showing up. I feel like now, because of the Mars-Jupiter conjunction, and I feel like the way it starts, I feel like they reach out with an apology. At the very least, an olive branch. Okay. In Libra season. So get ready for this. This is, some of you may be in this time period of really thinking about this. And this reading is here for you to say, oh, all right, I know this person's coming back. I want to be clear when we have this conversation. I want to be able to say some things that I haven't been able to say. And a lot of it is because it's still in your emotional body and it's not, you don't have words for it. Okay, so let's keep going. If this is your reading, I will pull cards for each zodiac sign in the extended. There's a link below if you want to continue on with me. If this is your reading, I'll see you there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.